Hey guys, Andy Prepper here. This time on a book review. Not done any book reviews. This is a short, small, quick book that you could probably read in an evening, maybe 2 evenings. Dave Canterbury's book. You may recognize him from Dual Survivor, his YouTube sites, and videos, that type of stuff. Great stuff. I like Dave a lot. I like everything he teaches, basically. I like his perspective. If you've watched the Dual Survivor videos, you see him versus Cody Lundin, who I like some of his stuff, but he's more of a hippie prepper, West Coast kind of guy. Dave is more of an East Coast kind of guy as far as his rough, ready, wilderness is out to get you, nature is out to kill you type mentality, which I subscribe to. I'm not big on the whole nature is there as your friend, we're one with nature. No, nature's there to try to kill you and eat you. So, it's either you kill and eat it, or it kills and eats you. So, this is a book, very basic overall. For most stuff, very simple book, very useful though. It's a great starting book. Does not cover everything in the world. This is primarily used for guys out in the woods, okay? This is one guy out in the woods trying to make it, trying to survive. This is a great guide. It's a great place to start out. Does this provide all the information you need ever? No, nothing ever does. But this is a great choice. I bought this quite a while back. I'd watched all of his videos and stuff on YouTube, etc. It was fantastic. Love it a lot. All great information, all very useful. I'm using some of his pointers in the C category, the 5 C's and the 10 C's of survival in my little Dollar Tree survival section of vids. But good stuff. Very good stuff. Does it answer all your questions? Does it come close for urban survival? No, it just does not address urban survival at all. But for basic wilderness, camping, food, shelter, compass reading, berries and nuts and herbs and stuff like that, this is going to do the job. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for this one. I think it was $20 for the book. It's all, I'm not going to show you everything here, but it's all black and white, which is fine. Not a lot of video, image detail of what you need to do, but it's good enough, okay? It doesn't show you step-by-step images, but you don't need that. Very short readings, very short discussions on things, but it's what you need to know. It's the absolute basics. Goes through notching, trapping, gear kits, compass reading, and etc. Filtering water in the wild, tracker beads, maps, etc. This is great. How many pages is this? I cannot remember. It's 159 pages of printed stuff with some pages in the back for personal notes. It even includes animal tracks, that type of stuff. Now, would I carry this paper-bound basic book out in the wild? No. They do have a waterproof version, which I think is tremendous. When I went to purchase this maybe 6-8 months ago, can't remember when I bought it, but anyway, they were sold out on the paperbacks. Sorry, not the paperbacks. They had the paperbacks, they did not have the waterproof ones. Went on tonight and checked, they have the waterproof versions back in stock. I thought they were done with making the waterproof ones. The waterproof version I would definitely prefer to this one just because I can keep it in my pack. You say, well, that's kind of big. Yeah, well, just because you watch the vids doesn't mean that you can remember everything. I think the waterproof pack version of this was $30, $29.95, something like that. Again, I think I paid about $20 for the standard. This is fine. They also offer it in DVD form and all that. I don't know why you'd want that, personally. Personal preference. If you want to buy it in DVD, that's fine. But SHTF, are you going to be able to power your laptop or your DVD player and sit there and watch it? I would think not. I would much rather have this. Now, if you want to have the DVDs on top of that, that's fine. I want the paper copy, just so I can thumb through it. It's good reading. I keep this downstairs in the bathroom sometimes, just to thumb through it. Even though I've read it several times, you forget stuff. The more often you read something, the more times you go over it and over it and over it, the more likely you are to remember things. Learn that in med school. You overlearn the material. You learn more than you need to know so that when you need to remember something, the info's there. So, great book. Again, basics. Absolute basics. Does it answer all your questions? No. And it's nice to have some basic knowledge beyond this. It doesn't talk about CPR, stuff like that, but it's not supposed to. This is basic food and shelter and warmth, all that type of stuff. Great book, guys. Cannot recommend this enough. Now, you can, of course, watch the YouTube vids and all that. Those are great. Love them. Watch them myself. But you're going to forget about those. This is a good reference. Now, another thing I've done a vid on, was one of my first vids. It might have been my second vid. I can't even remember. But Dave Canterbury and Blind Horse Knives, if you see my vids, I love my Blind Horse Knives. They have a little companionship deal going for Self-Reliance Illustrated. Fantastic survival magazine. Now, a lot of us are used to Backwoodsman's magazine, old, a little archaic. It's good. I like it. I subscribe to that too, but a lot of stuff in there is maybe not as useful for modern survival prepping. Self-Reliance Illustrated, again, Blind Horse Knives and Pathfinder School combination joint journey here. Tremendous. Great video, well, not videos, but great visuals. Good color images here and black and white overall. I'm not going to go over it, but, knives, fire making, shelter making, that type of stuff. Just tremendous. Knots, all sorts of nice videos, visuals on knots, that sort of stuff. Here we go with cold weather gear, little section, etc., etc., etc. I just, go on. Insects, spider bites, that sort of thing. On and on and on. They've only been out about a year. Tremendous. Self-Reliance Illustrated is the continuing running journey addition to this. Now, could you start subscribing now? Yes, I definitely recommend you do. And no, I'm not doing this as a promo video or sales pitch, but yeah, it kind of is, I guess. This is great. This is one of the best magazines that I've seen in a while. Love it a lot. They come out every 2 months. I've only got 6 or 7 issues so far. You can go back and buy the old issues presently. I would suggest you do that if you choose to subscribe to Self-Reliance Illustrated or choose to get this book. Go ahead and get this one. This is a nice, nice magazine. Can't say enough good things about it. A lot of things I've already read, I already know, but it's a good refresher. And a lot of things are new. There's something about having to make an AK-47 bayonet a good survival knife. Fascinating. I'm going to use that. I'm probably going to do a vid on that after a while. Just great stuff. Just can't say enough good things about Self-Reliance Illustrated or Blind Horse Knives. So, yeah, and a little show for them. Am I addicted to my Blind Horse Knives at this point? Yeah, okay. Do I like Dave Canterbury's philosophy? Yeah, I do. I'm biased. What can I say? Anyway, Survivability for the Common Man and Self-Reliance Illustrated. It's going to get you a long, long way. Now, of course, I'm going to do some reviews of Cody Lundine's books. They're a lot more extensive, not as packable, not as usable. They're good too. I like them. I don't have any problems with them. Going to do a video on that soon. So, anyway, Dave Canterbury, Self-Reliance Illustrated. Great combo there, guys. You couldn't ask for much better than that. Anyway, MD Prepper out.